Tess Holliday walks for New York Fashion Week. She makes a statement. I just don't think the one she wants.
You gotta be so good that they can't ignore you, especially the ones that ain't done shit for you. Yeah, you know exactly what I mean. They stab you in the back and then they ask why you're bleeding. I don't trust words, I trust actions. I don't care what you heard, I'm not slacking.
My name is Alan Roberts. This is Everyday Fitness. Like, subscribe, click the notification bar right over there. Share my videos, subscribe to my second channel, Alan Roberts, in my opinion. Of course, my bum both the end. Thank you very much. So, Tess Holliday recently walked the runway for New York Fashion Week. Here's the video. That is a whole lot to unpack in just 30 seconds. It really is. First, I would like to point out that I do feel bad for Tess. I really do, because she's not actually a model. She's not a fashion model. And it's not because she's not pretty, because many people find her pretty. It's not because of anything of that nature, but she is a statement model. Like, they only hire her to make a statement. People only know her name because she makes a statement. She's on the cover of Vogue and cover of Cosmopolitan, things like that, to make a statement. Plus size model, not just model, plus size. You know, she is on this runway. The designer dressed her up to make a statement and something that says sample size on it. So she's not just there for fashion. She's there to make a statement. Would she be there if it wasn't for that? I truly think that. I really do believe that. They don't treat her the same as they treat other models. She is not there to model. She's there to make a statement. So therefore, is she even really a fashion model? That's a question that she should be asking herself. Because if you really want to call yourself that, if you want to be considered that, if you want to be paid the professional courtesy of being called a model, Tess, you should ask yourself, does everything you do need to be based around you being that size and being super brave and blah, 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 all that bullshit? Because in my opinion, of course, and I think a lot of others, the only reason why you're famous is because you're obese. And that does bring into other questions. Is nobody from her family and friends going to step in? Really? She is clearly unhealthy. I thought she was actually losing weight for a while. She is clearly unhealthy. I worry that she's got about another 30 pounds before she reaches a stage of immobility. Because I can tell you this, she is not walking well. To the point where they didn't even put her in the normal high heels that they put other models in. She's wearing much smaller kind of clog type shoes because I don't believe she can walk down the runway in super high heels like the other models, like just all the other actual models. I don't believe she's actually considered a model by them. I really don't. They have to make special garments for her. Modeling, when people walk the runway for modeling, they're to present the clothing. Tess presents her. It's an impossibility to present anything besides her. I just wonder when somebody's going to step in and actually help this woman, because I understand, I'm not a big fan of hers personally. I think she shames people. She encourages her fans to literally go, when somebody says, hey Tess, I wish you'd get healthy, the first thing her fans do is body shame the person and stuff like that. It's so contra to what her actual message is supposed to be, because I mean, I use the air quotes because I don't believe that's her actual message. I believe Tess's message is about Tess, but I don't believe anybody in her circle is willing to say, hey, maybe it's time you give all this bullshit up because you're clearly unhealthy. She's clearly unhealthy. The walk is very compromised. Her gait, she's going to, the reason why they don't have her in heels is she's going to get injured if they put her in heels, very honestly. The arms, I understand that there's other medical issues going on, but she is putting on weight that is very dangerous at her size already. Her already very dangerous size. People can say whatever they want. Facts are facts. She is carrying hundreds of pounds extra on her frame, and that's why she's walking the way she is. And I'd also like to point out something else from that clip. Nobody that was shown in that clip is actually healthy. The person getting off stage looks to be very thin when she steps on stage, and the person that gets on stage right after her appears to be way too thin in my professional opinion also. So what are we actually presenting? What are we actually modeling? What statements are we trying to make? How about let's have people that are going to live long, healthy lives on there. People that are not so focused around their physical appearance that it's causes them to do things, say things that put themselves and their loved ones in jeopardy. Because in reality, if you are treating your body so poorly that you are going to die at an early age, you are jeopardizing the emotions of your loved ones too. When are we going to get to that stage? Because I can tell you this right now. All of these fashion magazines and fashion industry and everything like that, they can all act like they're so fucking woke and this and that, we're acceptance and all like that. In reality, they're just making money off of people. That's all that is. They're just making money off people because none of that is actually healthy. None of it. None of it is actually healthy. I'm not saying the fitness industry is super healthy either, the fitness industry. What I am saying is there's nothing wrong with being healthy. Nothing wrong with it. Who gives a fuck about what you look like? These things have place way so much emphasis on the appearance of somebody, what somebody's wearing. Who gives a fuck? You can have the best clothes in the fucking world, the best, awesome, people think they're just the best thing in the world. If you're gonna die when you're 50, guess what? You'll be the best corpse ever. It just is. I don't understand how we're at this stage. We should be so much smarter than this as a society. We should not give a fuck about what people look like to the stage that people are willing to just ignore facts. Ignore facts about longevity to feel better about themselves. You can feel better about yourself, but you don't actually feel better. Nobody can tell me that when they see her walk, it doesn't look like she's in pain. Nobody. No, I won't believe you if you say it because I can clearly see that she looks like she's having a hard time ambulating. That is a big fucking problem. That is that is not a statement. That is a positive thing. That is not. Having her on stage or on a magazine cover every chance you get and saying, look at our plus size person, that's not an actual statement of acceptance. If it was acceptance, they wouldn't point out she's obese every chance they got. They wouldn't slap sample size across her on the dress. They would not point those things out. She gets hired because she's obese. Period. She gets hired because of that. Not because of her modeling, but because she's obese. That's not acceptance. That is actually people taking advantage of her because she's obese to sell magazines. That's truly what that is. That is her making money off being obese, which is a very negative thing, by the way. The problem is fat acceptance has a generally good idea because we should accept everybody for who they are and treat them like people no matter what the differences are. That's absolutely true. We shouldn't make fun of people. We shouldn't obviously try to go after something that we think that is somebody else's insecurity. People that go after somebody's insecurity to try to make themselves feel better, you're fucking weak-minded. You just are. However, for it truly to be fat acceptance, for there to be true acceptance, we actually just need to start calling it acceptance. Acceptance of our differences. Acceptance of somebody that's too thin, somebody that's too big, somebody that is of a healthy weight but not healthy, people that are healthy. We need to just accept each other as people for all of our differences. When we keep drawing the line of the differences, it keeps the separation. And that's what Tess Holliday is doing. The message she is delivering is not the one that people think she is. And that's just my 2 cents on the matter. My name is Alan Roberts. Hit me up on Instagram at Everydamnday Fitness. Hit me up on Twitter at Everydamday Fitness. I'm also on Facebook at Everydamday Fitness. And I'm on the internet at everydamdayfitness.net. God damn.